Well, good morning, good day, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are viewing this video from and at whatever time of the day. Welcome to Vintage to Sewing Time. I am Petra, and today I'm going to be doing just a quick small video on some harvesting. It's not really much to harvest, but just so that someone can see this video and be inspired to put something in the ground because the seed only needs the opportunity of the soil for it to grow. And sometimes we think that unless we have a large piece of land that we cannot do anything. We look at others with their homestead and they're doing mass production, mass farming, and we, like for in my case, I just have a small space around my house, and that's where I'm harvesting. So I just want to encourage someone that even if it's a small space that you have, there's nothing like walking onto your land and picking a tomato, picking a cucumber, picking some peppers, a bunch of banana, you know, whatever it is, ear of corn. It doesn't matter. Once it is grown on your land, where you can just walk out of your building and walk into your garden and pick something fresh, the reward is so great. It's such a great feeling. It's such a rewarding feeling to be able to do that. So though the harvest is small today, I am going to still bring you along because it may not be for those who are doing mass farming, but it might be for someone who has not yet started and can just use this as a motivation and then pick it up from there. A few days ago, I harvested a bunch of cucumbers from this patch that's right across over there. And we're going to go over there. Let me see if you can see. Yes, it's in view right here. This is my cucumber patch. And right here, I harvested quite a bit. I just harvested another one off camera also. And there are a few more on it, but the tree is almost dying back. I believe what I'm going to do, because right now it's infested with spider mites and so on. What I believe I'm going to do, I'm going to try a new solution. I've heard of a lot of other solutions on YouTube, but I'm going to try something new. I'm going to get some of my hot pepper or my spice pepper, and I'm going to also mix that with some other solution, and which I will discuss with you the next time around on this video, and I'll let you know what the results are, because everything else that I have tried have not worked. I've tried the neem oil, I've tried the BT, I've tried everything, and nothing has worked for me. So I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna try something that is new, see how that works, and then I will share with you if there are any results. All right, so let's go over to our pepper patch, which is right a little bit down here, right there, a bit down from cauliflower and broccoli and cabbage, and we are gonna do a quick harvest there, and then over a bit on the other side we would also go there and do a quick harvest of some peppers. Also, I think I may turn the camera a little bit too far over there. All right, so come along with me. Again, as I said, it's a very small harvest, but nonetheless one that we can do to motivate someone to grow your own produce. So right here, I've just picked 3 bell peppers. I'll show you what I have in my fancy bowl a little bit later as we round up the harvesting from this area. I also picked off camera before I started the camera or started the recording. I also picked some okra from my husband's champagne tree. He refers to this as his champagne tree. So I picked some these 2 okras from there. Pepper or spicy pepper, seasoned pepper, we call them that location. And these seasoned peppers are the ones that I'm going to use for, let me just bring that camera back up. I'm going to use these seasoned peppers for my solution to put on my cucumber tree. This is what the seasoned pepper looks like. It is very hot, and most time when you're using this to cook with, you just put it whole like this in your pot of stew, your soup, and you will not want to leave it there for it to diminish entirely into the pot, because it is a very, very spicy pepper. So you want to time it and get it back out of the pot so that you don't lose all of your soup or stew that you might have spent a lot of time preparing for. All right, so this is what we were able to capture today. Our peppers, some are small, some are large. Our tigerella, very small so far, but nonetheless I'm grateful that I was able to get these before the rats or whatever went in. So I got a few of those first, but actually these are the second harvesting that I'm having from this particular tree. So again, I am very, very grateful for that. All right, we are gonna go up to our hillside area, the hillside part of the garden, and there we are gonna do harvesting of some banana peppers. And right to the back of us here, I'll just want to show you, let me just show you what's to the back of us here. To the back of us here is our passion fruit tree. Okay, there you go, that was a bit stubborn. Our passion fruit tree, and it is really doing well. It is really doing well. I got quite a bit of it a few days ago. As I searched through, there's not any here to harvest. There's still a bit green, still much green, but quite a bit. Lots and lots and lots of passion fruits in between this passion fruit vine. And normally that's the normal thing for the passion fruit. It is usually very prolific when it starts putting on its blossoms. So I am really grateful for what we would get capture from that once we start harvesting. All right, so let's now move up to our hillside for a little bit more harvesting of some banana peppers. And just before we go up to our peppers, I want to just show you a bunch of banana that is maturing beautifully. As much as it may seem to be, you know, at a good size, it still has a good ways to go. Maybe another month or so before we can start harvesting, and for sure I'll bring you along also for the harvesting of this bunch of bananas, which we can't wait to start cutting. All right, so we are at our pepper patch, and as I've said before, this is where we have our banana peppers, and it has on quite a bit that we are going to harvest today. It's going to be the biggest harvest of the day, so I'm happy to have you right along with me as I do this. Right, let's find somewhere to put our container. All right, so it's such a great feeling to, as I said before, go into your garden and be able to pick your own fresh produce. And my son, my last son, a 9-year-old, he loves to just eat these peppers just as they are. Sometimes we come out to this bed and we just pick the peppers, sit right here and eat He loves that. Quite a bit still on these trees, and I believe that when these are off the tree, that it would send a message to the trunk that, you know, you're lacking fruits. Send out more fruits. Yes. And that would be the way to increase production, because once these are on the tree, it would feel as if it doesn't need to do anything else, and they're also taking up quite a bit of energy to be ripened. So once these are at the point of maturity, once the fruits are at the point of maturity, it's best to get them off so that the tree can get back to production and rejuvenate also from, you know, that push out is like giving birth, usually very difficult. So you regain your energy, you take your vitamins after your birth, and you drink your special broth and all of that to put back in, you know, some strength. So that's what happens with the plant also. After it has produced, then you harvest, and then it will go back to the stage of rejuvenating itself. So this is a big harvest. I think I see one or two more here that I can probably go with. Yes, I can go with this one. I'm going to empty these trees as much as I can. And keep in mind that this is, look at that, banana pepper, lots of them. But banana peppers have really come through greatly. This is the second large harvest that I'm getting from this patch, and I'm real proud. I'm pleased for what is happening here. All the time you hear me talk about putting a seed in the ground, and how all that seed needs is the soil, is the opportunity of the soil. I'm so sorry. The opportunity of the soil for it to come alive. This patch, or this bed, is an area in the garden where I attempted to bury some scrap from my kitchen. And what do you know, one morning I came out after I buried the scrap, and it would seem as if something was still digging in the bed, but that's not the main part. And as I looked, I saw this area with just a bunch, thick bunch of seedlings. I think that might be the right way to put it. And I just decided to just leave it as it was. I realized that it would have been something that was sprouting because of the burial in the bed. I did not know what it was, but as I kept looking at it and deciding to just leave it on the stub just as it was, I, a few days ago, looked at it and realized it is some butternut squash seeds that germinated because they got in the soil. That's the reason why it is so important that we throw our seeds out in the to the ground, to the soil. From time to time, you might have heard me say that when I was growing up, that was the natural thing for us to do. It was natural for us to eat our plum. It was natural for us to eat our mangoes. It was natural for us to eat whatever fruit it was that we were eating, and just throw the seed out. That's all that the seed needs. It does not need a pot. It does not need a bag. It does not need anything. All that it needs is soil, and that is what we have on the outside of our houses. Most of us, I know, some areas it's like a concrete jungle, but if you're not living in a concrete jungle, and all that you have on the outside of you, and you may have even some concrete, but then you still have some soil, you just throw your seed out. in the soil, and I guarantee you, without you doing anything else, that seed will germinate. It will grow, and it will prefer. That's how we have some of our mango trees today, some of our plum trees today. That's the reason why they are still around, because someone cast a seed in the soil. So enough of the talking, and I will show you what is happening right here. Let me see if I'm in the let me guide myself on this camera so you can see. Yes, look at this. Look at this bunch of seedlings here, and no doubt I would go through and thin it out, but I wanted to show you this before I start thinning it out. And we have some small ones on the side, and this is the butternut squash, without any effort of my own, without me doing anything. All that I did was brought the kitchen scrap out here. Obviously it was not buried deep enough, because you know, it was rooted out by you know some animal that was here. But still, it doesn't matter how deep these seeds were, they would have still come back up to the surface, to prove to us that all that a seed needs is soil. So I hope that encourages you to go out and not go up, but for you to start you know, just throwing your seed. That is not littering. It is not garbage. Your seed is not garbage. So it is okay to just throw your seeds on the outside and have them germinated again without much effort on your part. All right, so we're going to bring this video to an end today, and this is my tomato patch. We have you know, some good sized tomatoes coming up. I love this big one that we have here, which is a beef steak. I don't know if you weren't able to see that big one. Let's see if you can see that big beef steak that we have here. Still a bit far for you to see, but at the point of harvesting, we can I'll bring you along for the harvesting. And I am eyeing these every day, because it's not just this tree. All three beds have this big beef steak, and I know that maybe the rodents are waiting to see it start blushing to do something with it, but I'm gonna catch them before they catch me. All right, bye for today, and thank you so much. If you love the content of this video, be sure to share it with others, and go ahead and subscribe so that you can be informed when more of this video is out. Bye.